Is everything disposed of? If so, that was a record-breaking time.
I think we're about a sixth of the way there.
After a period of time, they will eventually come back.
How much time did you say that had to elapse before they come back?
Generally a week or two.
Just finish up your mission expeditiously. There are larger things at play as well.
Well, this is a high-level holy sealant used for containing demons.
We borrow a priest?
Ha ha! Long time no hear, Snow. Wonderful that you were able to contact me. I was thinking about keeping tabs with you myself.
Yeah, we need you to come to floor 10.
All right. I suppose I could start making my way over there.
Meanwhile, though, we've heard rumor that the exit to the next floor is actually in the Queen's Garden. If you have a little bit of downtime before you continue with your mission, we'd like you to explore in there a little. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Sword Art Online Season 2. This is episode 19. Everyone, yay!
Yay!
Look at that enthusiasm! So much energy in the room right now. We're recording late at night because schedules, they never are what they should be or as consistent as we need them to be. But you know what? We make it work.
GM, I feel called out, and I'm sorry. I apologize to the group.
Also her schedule, also everyone's schedule. I mean, no one is ever called out. Everyone is fine. So with that being said, would everyone like to introduce their characters?
Hi, I'm Zana. Hi, I'm RL, and I play Zana. Definitely not the other way around. Zana is a little bit misguided, sometimes by her own brain, and sometimes by her bird that is her brain, but that's okay because she's trying her not her best, but like sometimes mildly close to the best.
Lord.
There you go.
Make that a book.
Make it a book. We
Might
can
as
sell
well.
it. All right.
Hi guys, I'm Snow, and I'm playing Snow in this episode as many of the other episodes, like every episode.
Like every other episode of Sword Art Online.
Yeah, Snow is the leader of the Odd Guild, and she questions almost every decision that she makes every single day. I'm sorry, guys, if we all die, it's probably my fault.
There you go. Such confidence.
I am an elf.
Who is elf?
Ari, I'm an elf.
Amazing, Ari. Tell us more.
I have fire wings, and I'm pretentious.
Is
There
that
you
about
go.
all there is?
About all there is.
Yeah.
That's Allie
That's
playing
pretty much.
RA. She's an elf with fire wings who is pretentious. Is everyone feeling great this night? I feel like everyone's got some high energy. Heart palpitations.
Good job.
Heart palpitations.
I've had about 2 Red Bulls and 3 double-shot energy cups of coffee, and I am unaffected.
You want some of my monster?
I want to cry is what I want to do, but I won't do that because my mascara is on, and I've cried way too many times on this podcast.
I'll
Ugwin?
hold you.
Ugwin to you in Chopper 9. It's going to be a long night.
Handle, just look at me. Composed, dying.
It's not helping.
That's his problem.
I think that's part of his problem.
Sober up. Everyone is dying inside.
I don't think he's drunk.
Hi, I'm Handel. I play Ugwin. He likes the sky.
It's also a little bit of an understatement. But
The sky kind of likes him too.
I don't think the
Does the
sky
sky like
likes him.
All right, everybody. So welcome back to Sword Art Online. And where do we all remember leaving off last time?
We defeated a tree.
Well, a stump.
You all defeated a tree.
Yes.
You were there.
I almost died.
You were there. You got like 800
happens.
XP if I remember correctly. So you're yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, the
People don't
tree
write these things down.
touched you, and you were
I was touched.
By
Yeah.
wooden tentacles.
I was
Mm.
not
This is starting to sound a little bit like it was a little hard for us to get through that combat.
Oh, it was really hard.
It was a bit rough.
I mean, especially when she got swallowed, like,
And she was probably getting a little sticky, but...
Oh, all that acid, very sticky. So, you all are in a clearing in the Queen's Forest. Last time I checked, I don't know about you.
I'm going to run up to AOD and give her a hug, even though she's gross. Right now.
Okay, that better be a right now kind of a thing.
Yeah, because I'm going to run up and give your character a hug, and I will say, I am so glad you're okay. I know this might be kind of sappy because we just met, but it would be hard for me if I lost you.
That's so
She said sappy because we fought a tree.
I mean, all on it. Yeah, totally heartfelt.
I can't come up with a tree pun, but thanks.
It's okay. My heart still pines for you.
Well, I'm not into fur.
Would you please both stop?
Okay.
Listen, this is a dog-eat-dog world here, so...
Luckily, that thing's bark.
Dogwood.
Luckily, that thing's bark was worse than its bite.
All right, we're getting worse. Zana, stop it.
I didn't make the last couple puns. That was all you.
I know, it's rubbing off on everyone.
So, everyone's not dead. That's an improvement.
All right. I kind of, you know what? I know we were in here for something, but...
Oh, Zana, I think we were here to find the exit to the floor.
Oh, dang. I thought we were all taking like a nice stroll together, like a team building event.
Well, I mean, that built character at least, so I guess that was worth something, but,
well, I guess then we should just move onward in that direction. Arbitrary direction. 8. I don't know what that means.
Can I roll survival?
Snow, that's northwest.
What does that mean?
We're going
north.
northwest.
Yeah.
West.
And how is that significant?
Well, I mean, we're going along the
I know what direction it is. I have guidance. Wait, I know what north is. I know where north is.
Well, west is a little bit that way. And that's where you pointed. If that's north, so
okay.
Northwest.
Is there a reason why I should know that? Like a landmark or something?
Okay, Snow, here, I'm going to give you a little tip. If you ever need to know where the directions are, just remember, never eat shredded wheat.
Makes a W with her hands. Weast.
Good enough, Snow. Just stick by me.
I tried, Wilson. I really did.
I've been trying.
I think
it's been months.
Really
it's been months of trying, and
you guys have been trying
for months. So,
Do I get that joke?
Are we going to have
he doesn't. He doesn't.
Do I get that joke?
Do you?
Did I hear it? Because I don't know if I was paying.
Check.
I don't think I was paying attention. So
and then a wisdom saving throw. Let's see if you're hip with the.
I mean, my perception's excellent. It's a 28.
Oh, you heard it. Do you get it? No.
That's a 2. Hold on for a roll. But my will is still.
I didn't say will. I said wisdom. Just straight wisdom.
It's a 4.
Yep. Nope. Woo! Right over your head.
Well, Snow, we were heading northeast before, which means we were going to the rightmost bank of the peninsula. If we go west, we're going to be doubling back in and going closer to the center of the forest and peninsula.
A direction. I got it. So,
onward.
Onward.
Okay,
all right, that way.
Follow the Wilson.
I'm going to roll, see if you get lost. No, you're fine. You're also fine. It was a little sketchy, but you're good.
Nachio will aid him.
You want to roll Nachia's survival?
19 roll for the first one for him anyway, yeah. 22 for the total. 11 for the second one.
If he's aiding another, he only has to get above a 10.
Oh, well, that's true. And a crit.
Hey! Okay. Wilson was getting slightly turned around by some thick foliage on the last little end bit, but
then bushes are confusing.
The bushes are very confusing, especially when they're not well trimmed or properly taken care of. Like, you can get lost in those. But eventually you managed to push through and you were making your way towards the center of the peninsula. And everything is going well. You've been traveling for about 3 or 4 hours, but you do notice it is starting to get a little later in the day.
Are we there yet?
I mean, it depends on where there is and where you want to end and be and stop. I mean, is there anything you wanted to do, Snow?
My feet.
We could take a break.
She plops on the ground.
Can I roll perception?
Sure.
Crit!
you see that there is a small pair of eyes poking out of a bush.
Hey, guys. I don't mean to alarm you, but wee you, there is a small pair of eyes.
Perception. As soon as she says that. 26.
Anyone else want to roll perception for me?
I will point to the eyes and say, yeah, right there. It might not be hostile. It might be a squirrel. In which case it is hostile, and we must kill it.
Leshy? Evil.
Is that one of you?
All you see is a bush with many leaves and wood.
21?
Yeah, many leaves and wood, and looks very much like foliage. Very natural and plant life.
I send Alistair to check it out.
I'm gonna start singing.
Okay.
I actually wrote a ditty this time.
She wrote a ditty.
Do it.
You want to let the ditty rip?
Come, little Leshy, out of the woods. Follow my song into the daylight. Come, little Leshy, I am right here, waiting for you in the sunlight.
Does anything happen?
There's a rustling in the bush.
Is it bardic performance of fascination?
Absolutely, roll for it.
The 6. How do I add to this anymore? Oh, my performing. 31.
Wonderful.
Wow.
So, there's a rustling in the bush in front of you, and one to the left of you, and one to the right of you, and you hear rustling in the trees above you.
Ah, crap.
Sure,
I'm just sitting on the ground.
What a great...
We're surrounded. Can we actually keep them this time?
I wouldn't.
And
Why not?
They like gremlins, probably.
Wait, do I still have the corpse?
so, out from the bushes and from the treetops, you see a couple of leafy leshies. And they run out and they're dancing and singing along with your little ditty and are completely fascinated by you. And they all make a little semicircle around at your feet.
Hey, Snow, it's your little, sacrifice.
The power's gotten to her head, guys.
I want to walk up to one of them.
Controls an army.
She's literally sitting on the ground with like her feet just like sprawled out, and she's like singing.
I'm going
while
to go
seated.
up to one
It's beautiful.
Okay.
and look at it.
Okay.
Does it look back?
Yes.
I'm going to reach down and pick it up.
And it like waves its arms and it kind of like scampers away and jumps
Can
in
I
a
roll
bush.
handle animal to pick another one up? I want to pick one up.
Sure. Roll handle animal.
Is it
for
an
me.
animal?
I mean, I'd have you roll handle animal to like
Ooh,
carry a child. Like I
that
don't
was a
know.
19 nat roll.
They're animals.
Okay, so like I don't have handle animal, so it's only a 19. But that's
There
not
you
that bad.
go. Okay.
I go to reach down to pick it up.
And it kind of sits there and it thinks about this. And eventually it kind of just accepts it and flounces into your arm.
I pick it up. I hold it. I smell it. Does it smell flowery?
No, it smells leafy and like pollen.
Achoo.
And it gets scared at your sneeze and it struggles to get out of your arms.
No.
And it's
I bring it forward and give it a kiss on the forehead.
It's like suffocating in your chest right now and like struggling and like smacking you until
Zana, put it down. You're going to kill it. It's dying.
I'm going to use bluff and start to cry, quote unquote, to make
That
it feel
doesn't change
bad.
the fact that it can't
It's
breathe.
dying.
And wait, why
And
would it be?
because you said you
Photosynthesis.
pulled it closer to you.
Yeah, to give it a kiss on the forehead. How would I give it a kiss on the forehead if it's suffocating
It's a
in my
boob
boobage?
joke.
Oh, it like breathes through its skin.
Oh, okay. So I take it away.
Zana,
I take it away from my face, and I look sad at it for a bluff.
That's a crit fail.
It's a crit fail.
So it kind of felt like it was like soft and kind of puffy with the leaves, and it like sucks itself in and like shrinks to almost what looks to be like a twiggy viney body and slips between your fingers and plops on the ground and runs towards a bush.
is it like root?
And as it's running, it like poofs back out.
Is it like root?
Hey, Snow,
Yeah?
your friends don't like me.
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh no, we're getting into this again.
This was
look,
great last time.
I don't.
I thought we were in character.
I am.
It's your favorite bedtime story, Guardians of the Galaxies.
I am
Guardians of the Ballads.
Guardians of the Ballads about 5 adventuresome bards. One had anger management. One strong female character had anger management issues. There was that skinny blue guy
who had a thing for that one female human who was abandoned. Yeah, basically.
She was loved by her parents who are still alive.
Yeah, very much alive.
This sounds like such a weird fantasy story. I don't like what?
I'm gonna
only had a talking dog
named Boot.
Yeah, named Boot.
What was that, Zana?
Oh, I was just gonna say that your friends don't like me. I feel like I'm gonna Clyde.
Yeah.
I need to borrow your chest.
It's always here for you. And he opens his arms.
I give him a hug and I softly cry into his chest. I know people don't like me.
I like you.
But cute little animals too.
Well, they're not people or animals, so it's just like they're weird plant
they
things.
Still don't like me.
Little
eyes are a
Leshies,
little red.
I have a question for you. Do you know where the exit to this floor is? Do you know if there's a big shiny rock, a tree,
And it makes like a hand motion, and its vines entwine, and you see what looks like a tree because you said big tree.
Hold on. I'm
make a
really
hand
bad at
motion.
charades.
Yes, you are.
7 with wisdom.
Nice. It looks like because their hands are made out of wood and they have vines and they put their hands together, it looks like a tree.
All right, guys.
They wave a big tree hand in the air.
I'm not that stupid, but I'm bad at charades.
And
we're playing charades? What a treat.
So one makes a tree symbol with its hands. The other one points at the symbol that the other one is making and pulls on your pant leg.
You want us to follow you? Aha, guys! A clue! Oh, my feet. I try to walk anyway.
Okay.
It's elementary, my dear Botson.
I mean, you had a botany joke coming, but it didn't end right.
I thought you were going to say it's a penitentiary. I was very, weirded out.
Moving on.
So are we just following these little mysterious creatures that we just met in the woods?
She's already gone.
Oh, Snow's going. We walked that way. Yep.
I'm following her,
okay,
but I am holding Clyde's hand.
Okay.
And still sad.
So everyone starts making their way, and you start plunging deeper and deeper in the forest, and eventually the trees get larger and larger, and the area around you, there are less patches in between the canopy until there's almost a complete roof, and there's barely any sunlight coming through, except for the faint glow around Snow, which is an easy way to track her through the dense foliage. And when I say dense foliage, I mean it is getting... Oh, and Achia, yeah, he's there too. He's radiating his sunlight.
A human torch.
But the foliage is getting thicker and thicker, and the bushes are getting taller and taller until you almost cannot make your way through all the leaves and thicket and brush until finally you push through. And there's a clearing.
Perception?
Everyone please roll perception for me.
25 perception.
9.
32.
So Snow, you are able to expertly follow your little leshies as they duck under root and burrow, and they make their way through many a bush and thicket, and you push through, barely able to catch a glimpse of their leaves, and guiding the rest of your compatriots through, until eventually, underneath the vast canopy, there lies an intricate and diverse network of miniaturized structures. Houses, bridges, pulleys, and gondolas, all made of natural materials, dot the landscape. Rope and bindings made out of vines, and buildings made of bundles and stick with leaves for roofs and windows. There are even decorative flowers that hang suspended near and around the various pathways and structures that dot the landscape as you come upon a little leshy village.
Ugwin.
Great.
Nugget could fit in one of these houses. We should try it.
So Nugget is about the size of the house almost. So Nugget could actually fit relatively well in the house, but he would be like...
He'd just walk in.
Nugget is about the size... How tall is Nugget again? Size matters. Come on, Peter. You should know. Size matters. Especially for a Peter.
Or his handle.
Or his... When you try and handle a Peter, size matters.
I walk around the village and I look at them and I try to convince one to love me and come stay with me forever.
How do you go about doing that?
I use charisma.
All right, do you want to roll handle animal for me as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
What would happen if I use the sexy anklet on these creatures?
Good question.
just
I have determined that Nugget is 3 feet long.
How about tall?
I have no idea.
On their normal height, when their actual size is about 1 foot.
19.
But if he fits in your pocket, How does he fit in your pocket if he's 3 feet long?
He curls up. He's thin.
Really
It's
long
a guy's pocket, obviously.
Yeah, guys do have big pockets.
I'm jealous.
So these trees are hundreds of feet tall, by the way, where you are now, and their branches are as thick as some of your bodies. And these houses are honestly almost large enough for you to fit, but where you're standing, you can see into like the second story. Basically, they look like they're made for creatures about half of your size.
What's inside? What do we see?
So inside, you see, you peer through a window and you see miniaturized furniture with little tiny beds and dressers and little mirrors made out of crystallized rocks. And you actually hear and something pulls a leafy curtain across.
I'm so sorry.
Jeez, are they peeping Tom much?
We don't judge here.
Roll a perception check real quick. And then a knowledge nature for me as well, if you could.
I'm going to go farther into...
I got a 7 and a 5.
They're all plants. And they do plant things, but they be moving a lot more than normal plants.
I'm going to go farther in.
These plants are moving. What's going on?
All right, we've been following the little leshies for how long?
About like half an hour now.
Half an hour. And
What's
you're
a
just
leshy?
now realizing that they are plants that walk and kind of talk. They do?
Hey, Snow, is it just me or the leshies we were following a little smaller than the rest of them?
Are they babies?
They're children. They're children, Wilson.
Oh,
Look at my children.
Oh my gosh, they're so adorable.
you have a child army.
And you look, and the leshy that you were holding and following is only about like 1.5 feet tall. He's really small. But the rest of them, you see full-grown, what look like to be adult leshies walking around, but they stand around 2 to 3 feet tall.
So would it be child abduction if we took one?
Yes.
We're against that, right?
I don't know
Well.
what your guild does, but our guild is most certainly. I don't know.
House rules.
I think it depends.
I'm going to go farther in to...
Sure.
And sit down and try to wait for a leshy to notice me.
So you kind of sit in a mossy outcropping in between a series of trees, and are kind of just sitting there waiting. And you do so for a little while until the rest of the guild actually kind of catches up with you, as Snow's still following her little leshy friend, who's making the tree symbol with his hands and points at a really large tree in the center.
Okay, now we're going from tree to arrows. Got it. Treros. Good. Thank you. Thank you, Zana. That was good.
I'm just going to sit here on the ground.
Nature's compass.
And as the rest of your friends are walking off, one of the
Snow,
leshies that is tailing the
the
party
other
kind of
way.
pulls you on the shirt and points.
I smile and follow it.
And he kind of scampers off and starts running to the biggest tree you've seen in the forest.
Big boy.
We should go over there. It looks cool.
It looks like a tree.
It looks like a cool tree.
Looks like a big tree.
A really big tree.
You know what? I now see why you don't see me as cool.
Because you're not a tree.
Because your definition might be a little off.
Ugun, as I look at this tree, I can't help but think, in real life, you were a tree hugger. I don't know why. I'm looking at this tree, it just makes me think of you.
How do you respond, Peter? How does one respond to that?
You know, I second that motion, Snow. I agree.
Ugin, is this true? Were you a hippie in real life? You know, I could see Ugin as a tree hugger. He's like one with all of like sky and nature and all that. A trugger. Were you a trugger?
Let me guess. It's a conspiracy.
All right, well, us truggers gotta stick together, and Wilson puts your arm around you. Let's go on inside.
Well, I guess, Ugun, are you okay? Like, you've been staring, like,
I
blankly.
think he's a bit sick. His throat hurts.
Well, I mean, he's been staring into space, like, blankly for a really long time. It's been about 10 minutes.
Maybe it's because he can't see the sky.
Is it the
It's making him
ascension?
nervous.
His throat hurting is not an excuse. Clyde's throat probably hurts too, but he's still speaking.
It's all the screaming. I don't want to.
No.
I don't want to talk
It's
about
hard to get this. It's hard to get the safety word out from the pillowcase.
That's the point,
Maybe
sweetheart.
you should have a safety symbol instead.
Guys, I don't care what you do in the bedroom, but please don't bring it out in the open.
We make pillow forts.
It's kind of fun, honestly, but sometimes those pillowcases are like anacondas and they jump out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm very disturbed today. Ugwin. You know what? Ugwin's been staring into space for so long. I think he's dead.
Ugwin.
I bet you he's
Ugwin, are
looking
you
at the
okay?
heavens.
CPR. I can do this.
CPR. What does
There's
that
no
stand
need for that.
Mouth to mouth.
We're fine. Nope, we're good. He'll bring himself back to life eventually.
Are you analyzing the patterns of the stars?
You can't see the stars, so I find
He
that highly
still knows
unlikely.
the positioning of them, though.
Okay, everyone, we're just going to turn away from Ugwin, and if we turn around, maybe he'll be alive.
Oh, it's like, it's one of those things that if you look at it, it doesn't move.
It's like Schrodinger's Ugwin. We both know if he's alive or dead. So he's alive and dead at the same time.
What does CPR stand for?
Kill, please, right now.
That sounds... You know what? That sounds good.
What does CPR stand for?
Carpooling receipts?
Come,
please.
Play rubber.
The close, like cardiac process respiration. I don't know.
Restoration.
God, you guys keep saying the wrong stuff, and now I can't remember what it actually is. No, it's cardiac something resuscitation.
Oh, I was pretty close.
Yeah,
I was pretty close. Okay.
So was I.
I can't believe
carpool receipts.
Cardiopulmonary resuscitation.
There you go. Pulmonary.
It's the pulmonary system.
All right, everyone, turn around. 1, 2, 3. Back to Ugwin.
I fall over.
He falls over. Okay.
He's dead. It didn't work.
Hey, Ari, you still got your lightning?
You land in a thorn bush, by the way. I rolled for where you landed. I was going to say like a nice leafy patch, but no, it nat crit, so you land in a thorn bush.
Is he impaled?
And you take 3 damage.
What is with wood protruding through your body so often?
I feel like that was your problem, R.A.
Yeah.
What do you
earlier.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it did not spear me. It just wrapped itself around me and squeezed me.
I'm gonna walk over to him.
Okay.
And then thrash
kind of kick him a little bit with my foot.
Nice.
Hey, if you die, I'm gonna get quacking blamed for it. All right, I can't have that again.
Wilson, should we just leave him there?
I think he needs a moment.
Okay.
But I also feel like if we go where these leshies are, he's going to miss something important.
I grab him by the collar of his shirt.
That's
Quentin,
good wisdom.
can I float in a direction while laying down?
Absolutely.
Do you have allergies? Is that why you're stressed out?
He's allergic to plants.
Oh
I
my
knew
God.
it.
All right, CPR. I got this. All right.
Only chest compressions.
Why?
No.
What if he needs lung expansion?
Nope, his expansion's fine. He's...
How do you know? Are you looking?
Yes.
Wait a second. Can I even tell if people are breathing in this game?
You feel breath in front of your face.
Okay.
As you breathe.
All right. We're good. Pulses.
You have a pulse. Congratulations.
All right.
Wait. Roll a heal check. Oh, no, you're fine. Yeah, you could...
Whoa. Let me read my numbers off at least. Thank you. Okay. All right. You ready?
Yeah,
it's
I'm
a
ready.
19 total.
Oh, yeah, guess what? You can find your pulse since you are also a med student. You have bonuses to that innately, but
Nursing student. Get the language right. Don't insult us.
Okay. Sorry about that.
So, med school.
The royal we.
Yeah.
As you're all stopped out in front of this great tree, awaiting Ugwin, Snow, your leshies get a little impatient and start tugging on your pant leg again.
Oh. Okay. I'm coming.
I'm going to grab Ugwin by the collar and yank him up. Can I roll strength?
Sure, roll strength.
Is he still... Would he just kind of float up?
He can choose to float or not to float, I assume. Or you're just always constantly floating? I'll say it's a toggleable thing. It's not too OP. It's only 5 feet.
13?
Sure. Clyde's assisting as well. He's not assisting very well, but he's assisting. So both of you eventually manage to drag Ugwin across the ground. He floats a little. He's lighter than the average bear. And you all slowly make your way into this tree.
To the tree.
As you enter this vast archway built into the side of the tree, actually, it stands apart from everything else because it's built to fit a human size, whereas everything else was kind of miniaturized, but you don't even have to duck to enter in through. And as you slowly file in, you notice that there's actually quite ample room, and it's very spacious and plenty of room to stand. There are many rows and tiers of various carvings into the tree, but yet nothing quite seems to fill it out entirely. The tree is so wide, it fills an entire space. But you do notice that there are 2 individuals currently in the center of the room. Roll a perception check for me.
32.
23.
20.
29.
There are 2 figures. One, very much humanoid, and another, very much leshy. the Leshy is laying on a bed, actually. A very pale, wrinkled, old oaken-barked skin with bushy and unkempt leafy hair and beard with soft brown eyes is currently staring up to the humanoid individual. He appears to be a teenage boy with a reddish-tan skin tone, stark white hair with 2 long strands hanging on either side and a long braid going down the center of his back. He has large, hazel, mixed with amber eyes, which portray a caring warmth for the creature laying before him. Mm-hmm. On the right side of his head, there are 3 owl feathers, which lay fanned atop his ear, and he is decorated with a white fur parka and with a gray fur hood, which rests atop his shoulders currently.
A parka?
A parka.
A parka?
Parka. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, that's my ideal guy. Oh, that's my type.
A tree?
No. The guy.
Zana?
I'm gonna. It's okay, Clyde.
I thought I was your ideal guy.
I can.
Why on
I
earth
can
would you think
control
that?
myself. I have a thing for darker guys. It's okay. I love you.
She
You
likes
might
the
want to
bark.
hold my hand or cover my eyes at certain parts.
I mean, I can hold your hand, but
Basically, Clyde, what she's saying is it looks like you came from your mama's basement.
And I mean, there wasn't much room anywhere else. I couldn't stay in the room with my 7 sisters, so I mean, they gave me the basement. It was really spacious.
I'm sorry. Can I look? I won't do anything, but can I look?
Why would you need to say that?
I guess I can't stop you, so go
Would
on
you?
ahead.
Are you
Okay.
offended if I
No.
look?
Are you gonna be a
it's
tree
fine.
molester now?
It's
Is
fine.
it?
Don't worry about it, Zana. We're good.
Well, you know
Good.
Quickly, he turns around. What are you doing here?
The young Leshy's brought us here.
Out with all of you. You're not. Why would they bring you here?
We're
Why would they bring you
special.
here at all?
I'm not sure.
She's special.
We're
And-
all special.
and
in
She's
our-
the
one-
chosen one.
One of the Leshies stands forward and points at him.
And he's doing explicit hand motions. Hold on. Charades. I can't tell what he's doing. It's a 6.
Can I-
I
Can we
don't
all
care
try?
if they were looking for a tree. Do you say you know her? You don't really know her. You just found her out in the woods roaming about. No one comes in this forest just roaming about.
Actually, I got lost in this forest.
I'm not
roaming
talking to you right now.
Well,
I'm having a conversation with the
excuse
Leshy, all right?
me, sir.
I turn to the Leshy and I'm like, is he always like this?
What's his name? I look at it, the Leshy. Give me the hand signs.
He makes like a dome with an opening.
A circle, okay?
His name is Hole.
You
Dude.
don't need to be bothered with my name because you're all leaving.
Am
Is it-
I?
Well, you're right. I'm so sorry. It's very rude to not introduce yourself first. Hello, I am Snow of the Odd Guild. I am the leader, and it is a pleasure to meet you. And maybe you don't do handshakes. I'll pull that away.
He kind
and,
of looks at your hand and scoffs.
I bow.
Well, I mean, technically you are in the presence of royalty, and he nods towards to the bed.
I look at his ears. Oh, you said towards the bed.
He nods towards the bed. Yeah.
I walk up and I give him like the sup nod and be like, I'm Zana.
And you all hear a very faint and frail and older voice.
No, Dan, it's fine. Let them come forth.
And you see a little wooden hand prop up from the bed.
It's okay, my children. You are welcome here.
Dad?
I sense no hostility.
Is that you there, Dad? Father?
I'm gonna walk up to the old guy. Are you my dad?
Zana, that is a king Leshy. A tree? A Leshy? A tree Leshy.
I
Treshy.
go over and I bow.
Bowing.
I curtsy. I try to curtsy. I don't know what a curtsy is.
So roll for that. That's gonna be good.
Roll a curtsy.
Would that be dexterity?
Yeah.
12 plus dex
He's got a high
is
dexterity.
6.
There you go.
20. Not 20,
And
18.
curtsy.
18.
There you go.
It could be.
That's
I just
curtsy.
full body bow.
Can I roll a knowledge nobility?
Sure.
Is that a thing?
It is a thing.
17.
So, I mean, it's relatively intuitive, but you can tell that the individual who's laying in the bed does seem to have some high status of some form of nobility, both from what the humanoid individual spoke to you, but also just because the room in which you're in is rather large and grandiose with very fine, intricate woodworks and all of the sorts, and the bed he's laying in looks quite comfortable and made of very nice natural materials.
Ugin.
So I walked up and curtsied, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you said he had his hand out?
Well, he was it kind of limply raised from the bed quite faintly.
I'm going to grab it and gently caress it with my thumb as to seem caring.
I think
Okay.
that's just creepy.
You go
Is it
to
legit
reach
caring, or
your
is it
hand,
creepy?
and the reddish tan-skinned humanoid smacks your hand away.
He touched me.
No, Ten, that is no way to treat a guest.
It's okay, your sirness. I kind of like it.
The name was Oakenfather.
Oakenfather?
That's a good name.
I am the wizened Oakenfather.
Are you
You do seem wise.
guardian of this village, this tree thing?
Oh, not a guardian. I am but a humble leader for all my younger leshies. I have reared them and all of the sweet children which sat upon your very feet right now.
And you see the little ones are kind of tugging at your pants leg and pointing at
Ugin, what do you think is going on here? Like, what?
It's very, I don't know.
I'm glad you're back
what's
with
wrong
us.
with you?
Oh, nothing to worry about.
You just coughed in a dying way.
It's-
What's
it's-
wrong with you?
It's a cycle of life. As all things come to live, they will once die.
What special
Were you about to ask what kind of material he drops? You sick.
Oh my god! Excuse me, sir. What kind of wonderful drops do you have when you die?
going to ask what specific drops are native to their people.
That's a bad question.
Really
It's a bad question.
Which is why I didn't ask it.
There you go.
Good
I'm
job.
glad that was out of character.
I
assume you're some sort of king. You have a very regal-esque. I've met a couple of...
We bear no titles here. I am just the oldest of the leshies.
So elder.
I am an elder, if you would. I am the wizened Oakenfather.
Oakenfather, got it.
Are you sick? Is there anything we can do to help?
There's little that I know that can be done for my condition.
I'm going to
So
pull
there's
out one of
something.
my
Den
great-
has been assisting me to alleviate the pains, at least.
I'm gonna pull out a greater health potion. One of them that I have.
Vampire tree.
What?
Where are you getting this stuff?
What would they drink?
I don't know how the process works, but okay, think about it. He's dying, so we give him
Pause.
vampirism and
Real
then he
quick.
can't die.
Wait, are you talking about making the Leshy a vampire tree? And secondarily, did you say this in character?
Yeah, you say this stuff out loud a lot, so we're not sure
I'm
anymore.
not sure whether this is in character.
Yeah.
You said this in character?
Yeah.
Oh, God. No. Nothing.
A young wise one, I see.
Why, thank you. Oh, God.
I'm gonna pull out a greater potion of healing.
You guys hear
It's
that?
fine.
I'm wise.
Yeah, why is it? Do you think this could help you? Maybe?
I
You
highly
think?
doubt that would help his current situation.
Can I roll an insight on that
What?
comment he made about her being wise?
Yes. Roll an insight. Roll sense motive.
I'm going to lifelink to
You're
all
right.
of my
I'm sorry.
allies.
Sure.
How many is that?
19.
19.
Four,
He
five.
he was being genuine when he complimented her intelligence.
Because he's a nice person
I
with
nudged
good eyes.
Wilson in the arm. Wilson.
Yeah?
We should probably back away slowly. I'm just saying.
You're all mistaken, well, except for her for the most part.
What?
There's no need to fear anything that's here. The Leshies are completely herbivorous. They actually mostly get their sustenance from photosynthesizing.
I thought that.
They aren't vampiric.
No, I was suggesting we make him vampiric.
Oh, well, then if that's what you were suggesting, you're incorrect.
Who's the way can I know?
What plagues him is a rare type of poison.
What?
Fungus?
In essence, sure.
A
if that's-
parasite?
More so that. But anyways,
Still
it is
wise.
coming from a hangman's tree.
That's ominous.
Is there?
Does anyone want to roll a knowledge nature for me?
Yes, I will roll knowledge nature.
Ooh.
Yep, that's.
Ooh.
I know nothing.
Well, at least that's what we've been calling it.
22.
27.
Ooh.
Dang it.
Let me go. You both know
No,
it.
plus 14.
I have a plus
11.
8, but my roll was a 14.
So, it is a rather fantastical creature which neither of you would have heard too much about, for they are immensely and incredibly rare. But
What you do know is, from the rumors that you've heard, is it tends to be a carnivorous plant.
So we killed it.
No, we probably need to kill it.
So a hangman's tree is most commonly a carnivorous plant which eats living things.
Den, is it? Is there anything we can do to help? I don't know. We kind of help people. It's our thing. We didn't necessarily come down here for that, but I don't think we would be opposed to.
There's no known cure for this corruption.
Wait, we've been helping people?
Trying to.
Yeah.
That's been the goal, at least.
What do you mean there's no known cure? If it's a poison, you can just create an anti-venom type thing, right?
Sure. Right. It would be great if it were that simple. If all the remedies just fell right into my lap and the healing would just manifest itself magically just because I had a bit of the poison.
For your sass, okay.
Are you a druid or alchemist or something?
Closer to a druid.
What are you exactly?
Yeah, exactly. That.
He is handsome is what he is. Sorry.
Zana, control yourself for once.
The closest thing...
sorry.
Tame your wood.
The easiest way to explain it, sure, for you lot would be just refer to me as a druid if you wish. I am just one of nature.
So, you're a naturalist?
At least he's not a nudist.
I'm kind of similar.
It's kind of hard to be when it's as cold as it is where I come from, but...
Oh?
Oh, no. Where do you come from, the North Pole?
Is it Santa? Santa, is that you?
I mean, have you seen Father Oak?
There's no way you know who Santa is.
Oh, sorry. I got nothing.
Anyways, this corruption only somewhat has to do with the hangman's tree. It's not entirely related. Though I do believe the corruption helped manifest the tree, I do not believe that the tree itself manifested the corruption. So therefore, just defeating the tree would not give me a cure to the corruption.
Excuse me. Excuse the pun, but what is the root of the problem?
I think we might already know what the root of this problem is. If there's corruption, there's evil. And where there's evil, there's probably a demon involved.
So maybe it's one of the demons that we're supposed to kill, maybe?
But which one?
I don't care.
It's probably not pride or sloth.
No, it's just whatever's leaking out. So if we seal that gate, or we seal them away, it'll probably stop the corruption, which helps us later to defeat the hangman. The hangman tree. But if we did defeat the hangman tree den, would that help the Oakenfather?
There's a den of hangman tree?
His name is Den, Ugwin.
I didn't hear a comma.
Would defeating the hangman tree aid the Oakenfather? Not in the slightest, but it would help the other Leshies. They've been terrorized by this creature. For once, the tree was actually a very kind and benevolent spirit. A gateway, if you would. A way to traverse through nature. It was a wonderful portal for all of the creatures of all around to traverse through. It was a way to interconnect things, and there was wonderful great peace.
Okay.
It was a great tree, a wonderful tree.
I'm not the tree hugger. He is. Tim.
You're still on that, Ugwin? I'm sorry, Dan. Go ahead. Continue.
I mean, that was until Anuk-Suruk was corrupted.
Anuk-Suruk. Oh, that's good.
I mean, I don't really know what that is. Do you want to explain that, maybe?
Zana, that was the name of the tree.
Oh.
It's a really... We'll call it Anu for now, just to make it easier for you. So, this Anu tree.
Anuk-Suruk?
Yeah, this Anu tree.
And he, is glaring daggers at your abbreviation of such a great tree.
I diplomacy it.
Sure, go for it.
20 total. No?
And he just looks at you and repeats the word very adamantly. Anuk-Suruk.
Anu.
Anu.
Listen, I already have terrible time with directions and people's names. I'm going to mess up this tree either way, so Anu is fine for me. Tell us more.
Best name ever.
It was a kind and wonderful tree. Like I said, it was a gate, a portal, a way of transportation, a very way of life for most of the creatures here and elsewhere as well. It's a connecting pathway, and since its corruption, many creatures have been trapped. And not only that, but they've been baited into far worse. The tree has turned carnivorous, the corruption most foul, something that once gave life and hope and prosperity. Now all it is a death trap, something which lures creatures in and feasts on their very being.
Yeah, I'm thinking it. I'm thinking it. We're all thinking it. That's the portal we gotta find. Found it-ish. Gotta defeat demons.
We'll save your people, Oaken Father.
I knew my little leshies would have found kind, kindred souls. Then they may not be one of yours, but they're not the worst we've seen. I believe they can be trusted.
That is yet to be seen.
I mean, how can we earn your trust then, since Oaken Father already trusts us?
Why do we care about his trust? We're just gonna go save them, and then we're gonna go to their portal, and then we're gonna get stuff. Like dragons.
Yeah, he could help us.
Why
Good locations.
I was already planning to go and liberate Anuk Saruk.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wait,
how are you
guess
gonna
if-
do that?
Gonna come with us? Is he gonna come with us? Is he gonna come with us?
Zana, I think that's what he's
Zana.
asserting.
That does seem to be
Yordi.
the implication that Oaken Father is trying to get across. And I assume that you aren't... You shall assist me, I suppose. And if all goes well, then you will have earned my trust.
Okay. All right. Sounds good to me. Zana, calm it down. Calm it down. Clyde, maybe you should blindfold her.
Do you have any other spare blindfolds, or do we leave them all in the spare room?
We left him in the room.
I got something.
I just need. I can contain my excitement. I'm just
Why do you
excited
just have
for
that
a new.
lying
Stop.
around?
Stop. No.
I
No.
tear a piece of cloth.
No. I don't need to be.
It's a-
I don't want to be blind. Stop. No. That's not my fetish.
Well, it is now. Take it or leave
no,
it.
Snow, you
Actually,
don't
no, you
understand.
don't.
She's not the one that likes to be blindfolded.
She's a mistress.
I'm a mystery.
That was bad. That was really bad.
I'm in pain from learning things that I don't want to learn about what happens in the bedroom as you build
Stop,
these air
stop.
quote pillow forts.
I'm calm. I got it. I'm fine.
She's the mistress of the fort.
Den, I'm glad to have you join our group and your assistance with this task. I can't look at him for too long. I'm sorry.
He's too beautiful. I tore this cloth for nothing. Dagnabbit.
Well, not for nothing. Give it to me. Watch. Boom, bam, bow. It's a cool bracelet. I'm gonna keep this.
I hope you trip.
Well, that's
that
the
was
only
my pillowcase.
If you all would, please,
would.
exit the Oaken Father's tree, for he is not feeling well. I am going to attempt to change his bandages, but I do not think the company should best suit him right now.
That is understandable.
You are free, I suppose, with the Oaken Father's blessing, to stay here within the Leshy's Glen. It will be safe for the evening, but afterwards we will make our way out to the Hangman's Tree next morn.
We don't need to defeat the tree. We gotta defeat some demons in a cave outside of here, right?
We're defeating the tree, Zana.
Yeah, but defeating the tree is not gonna do anything right now. We need to defeat the demons. The
We
demons
can
are
do
supposed to be
both.
in the tree in the
We
first
have
place.
plenty of time.
There's also the fact, Den, if we defeat the tree, Anuk Sarik. It's getting worse.
The tree.
He looked so proud of you, and then all of that disappeared so suddenly, and there's disdain once again.
Was it the first one? It was the first one. Okay, Anuk Saruk.
It was the
Okay.
first one.
Anuk.
So, Rook, it's really not that hard.
I'm making a choice right now. Okay, fine. Anuk Saruk, I feel so in pain. I can actually help you change Oaken Father's bandages if you would like my help.
She's our healer.
Kind of.
Ish.
She's also our
She's
frontline?
a nurse.
Question mark?
A student nurse.
Then let her assist you. You've been staying up countless nights to aid me by my side.
I could use healing fire.
No.
It's healing
No.
fire.
No.
It's healing fire.
He's
Are.
not a party member, and
Are.
Why does that have to?
Are.
It just has to be my fire. It doesn't have to be.
As Den said, you are all free to spend the night in the Leshy Glen. It's a great privilege. We have not had guests in many years.
I'm gonna find some.
Why
we
is
will-
the Glen safe if the tree that protected everyone is evil?
it's like an NPC town. They're typically neutral zones.
Yeah.
Magical wards, got it.
Yeah.
The Glen is protected by many layers of camouflage. As you probably would have noticed, you would have found it quite hard to actually get here through all the thicket if it were not for your leshy guides. Most predators find it very difficult to find their way in here through the thick and dense canopy. Other than that, we do have leshy scouts to alert us when predators come through.
You got a sexual predator right here.
I was thinking it, but you said it.
Hide your children.
Ew. No. Gross. Kids are not my fetish.
What?
I don't even want kids of my own. Gross. Ew. They're like snotty. Ugh.
You're all welcome to spend the night where it is safe.
Thanks.
Rest here. We will have some food for you, though we mostly do not. We are herbivores, so we do not have any meats for you, but...
That's a nice way of saying
Isn't
vegan.
Cannibalism?
Herbivores.
Isn't that cannibalism?
No.
They're
You're made of meat,
plants.
but you eat things that are made of meat as
So
well.
there are smart plants and then there are
I
dumb
could
plants.
be vegan.
Just like there are smart mammals and dumb mammals. We're smart mammals and we eat
Like
the dumb
elephants
mammals.
and koalas.
I'm gonna go and let you.
Yep, very common food sources of a staple humanoid diet.
God.
I mean, koalas can't run very fast. I'm just saying.
No, the elephant was the smart one, and the koala was the dumb one.
Okay.
Enough with the koalas. They've had their own
All right, well,
struggles.
if you would, all of you who won't be assisting me, please do exit the oak and follow the stray.
I bow again.
Peace.
And I suppose, and he nods at Snow, that
Yes.
you will be assisting me.
Yeah, Nachia, you can go get food from Clyde or something. Food. Good.
Nichia, come here.
Puppy, come on, we'll go.
Chia runs off with the rest of the guild.
He's a full-grown wolf, R.A.
He'll always be a puppy in my eyes.
So, are we out of the Oaken Father's place
Yes.
thing? All right, guys. You want to grab something to eat? Or maybe...
Is there a particularly pretty looking area with like lots of flowers?
That's like everywhere
So if you
here,
would.
RA.
Then I flop down and I just lay there and I look at everything.
You fall on leshy children and crush them under your body.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm so
No,
sorry.
you're fine. You're fine. You're fine.
You gotta watch where you're flopping, though.
You all can find very comfortable places to rest.
Okay.
And as the sun sets to bring the day to an end, it seems as if the darkness should come and sweep over the entire land and lull everything into a deep sleep. But you are unexpectedly met with lights. When it would see that the whole world has come to rest, numerous creatures spring into action. Fireflies dot the canopy, and grasshoppers sing in a symphony, and even the decorative flowers which you saw upon entering are lit with a bioluminescent pollen as they hang from the ceiling, attached by vines, and seem to light the pathways as many little leshies walk about their daily business.
Would it be daily or eveningly?
Is there anything anyone wanted to do this evening?
I want to talk to Clyde real quick.
Okay. Talk.
Snow.
I want to have a talk. So I assume we're like laying down somewhere in the moss.
Yeah, resting against a tree, very soft with moss and leaves.
So this is pretty, right?
Yeah, they're nice flowers and everything. It's kind of quaint.
So Clyde, I think we need to have a talk.
A talk?
Real quick.
Oh no!
Don't worry,
These
don't
don't end well normally.
Here we
No,
again.
no, I just need to clarify some things.
Okay.
Does it really bug you that I'm attracted to other people?
I mean, only when you kind of like start shaking and get the nervous sweats and constantly make oogly eyes at them and just like inadvertently blurt out sexual innuendos towards them.
Okay,
I mean, that's only happened like 2 or 3 times.
so imagine I do all that with you, but on the inside.
Sure. I get that. And I know that's how it is. And that's what like kind of keeps me going. But it's just like literally every town we go to,
Clyde, it's not my fault that they make attractive NPCs.
there was Den, and then there was Jax in the bakery.
Hey, I barely saw him, barely got to flirt with him.
There was Samson in the desert.
Okay, that's fair. We weren't even together. Okay, so like I just wanted to I know you are a guy. You are a male. There is no way that you are only attracted to me.
I mean, I suppose, but at the same time, we're kind of like a thing. We're a little exclusive now, so I managed to like keep it in my pants. I guess is a way of putting it, or keep my words in my mouth at least. It's just.
I don't know. I'm just feel like I
mean, I get it. You're a little impulsive, so you kind of like blurt out the first thing that's on your mind.
Except for when you're talking to him.
And then you keep it bottled up inside and don't say any of these things normally, but it's okay.
Clyde.
I get it. I make bagels.
So
it's a thing.
main thing you need to know, okay? Main thing you need to know. I never done this whole quote-unquote relationship thing, all right, before.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's...
that's kind of obvious. I mean, it's
okay.
first time for everything, you know? But then there were like the 2 or 3 other times and the exact same thing happened.
I wanted to know if maybe you think that we're moving too fast.
I mean, there are a lot of things that are going on which are interesting, and
I mean, like we've known each other for a while, and I get that I'm like flirtatious and impulsive, and I do like you, I really do, and you're cute, and you make me food. I don't know how to do this right, and I'm sorry to you. That's one of the main points of this. There was a couple points I want to get. I'm sorry. I really do want to apologize, and I will try to be better at not being as that's a nice way of putting it.
No one else saw that.
Wait, what happened?
No. That's
At
fine.
first I thought that was Clyde reacting.
No. Snow.
What a conversation this is.
I'm trying to work at not being so nice word for it. Horny? Is that a nice word? I mean,
that's what she did.
It is.
Allie saw.
Clyde,
Okay, I get it
if we're
now.
being honest, I point to my horns. It's in my quote unquote.
She's
nature.
rubbing her head right now, guys.
No, I get it. That's fine. That's what I
Main points 1 and 2. Main point 1, I am sorry.
It's fine. No, I know these things. It's just it's hard to get over some of the facts when you like ogle at guys that I know are like way better than me and are
Okay,
like
it's
surprised when I do things well. You know.
It's not that he's better than you. It is that I have a type. But he looks like the Witcher. I mean, can you just... He has the white hair. And okay.
It doesn't look like The Witcher.
It's the white hair.
It's the white hair.
She has a type for white hair.
I do. I really do.
The thing.
Is this an argument? Are we arguing?
Is this our first fight?
Oh, babe.
Hey, look at that. We're gonna get past this. We're gonna be so much better. It's gonna be great.
Okay.
No, it's fine. It's great. We're good.
Let's just enjoy the night.
Yeah, it's fine.
Look at the stuff. It's
And you spend the evening idly chattering underneath the flower lanterns that dot the canopy until you finally doze off into a restful sleep. So everyone else, thank you for bearing with me.
I was dying.
Quite an adventure we just went on there.
I love to torture GM like that. It is so fun.
Heck.
Oh, God.
R.A. Flamewing Illaway.
I want to explore. Tell me everything that I see.
Everything
Yes.
that you see.
I want
Trees.
a very detailed description of the entire
That's called a
village.
perception
Branches.
check.
Green, brown,
What shade of green?
forest
She's
green.
colorblind.
Forest green.
What
a
shade
very
of forest
deep
green?
Forest green. A very
R.A.
deep
discovers.
and verdant,
15.
vibrant forest green.
R.A.
15.
quickly discovers that she is colorblind.
15.
Why are the trees?
So
Yellow?
there are a lot of large trees here, but there seem to be ornate little tiny stones and pebbles made into like little tiny miniature pathways that are only about like 3 feet wide, but it seems like there's like traffic of little leshies running back and forth and all the manners. And you notice that there are just these little tiny bridges with little tiny railings that are only about like yay big, about like foot tall, and little leshies are just walking across doing about their daily business. But for the most part, this glen is just surrounded by dense foliage, and there's about a dozen or so trees which all have their own little intricate little buildings, and it's its own little working tiny ecosystem where it's a little town, and everyone has their own job and function.
So cool. What kind of jobs?
So all the Leshies are wearing their own form of clothing, which like they're little leaves that are sewn together with little vines and all that. They have very intricate dresses and flowers that they wear as little hats. And so there's all kinds of things. There are construction Leshies, which are building and repairing the bridges and roads. Other Leshies running around carrying little baskets of fruits and vegetables on their heads, and they're like dashing around to all the little houses. You see there's a Leshie making little tiny leaves into shoes, like little tiny miniature shoes. Yeah, there's a
that's awesome.
There's a little Leshie cobbler. And basically any job you would find in human society, they've bundled down into a more natural and more miniaturized form.
That is so cute.
All right. Ugin Chakra. Is there anything you wanted to do?
Well, I suppose I'll spend an hour preparing my spells.
Oh, do you have any other offensive spells besides Burning Hands?
Yes, I do.
Hey, there you go. You have access to a couple. So yeah, you'll be good. Anything else you roll a perception check for me real quick. Oh, okay.
16.
Maybe. No, you have a really good perception. Wasn't that a 2?
Yeah.
Wild. It's a good perception. No, unfortunately, no, you don't. Not quite. You're almost there though. So Snow, we're back to you.
Yeah. Okay. Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see what's going on. My wolf can. What is Wilson doing and what is Nichia doing? I just want to know, just for the sake of knowing.
Oh, Wilson's
out of game.
Wilson's kind of just sitting there petting the wolf and feeding him some meat. And I'm going to actually have him. Nope.
Wait, where did he get meat?
He has meat. He packed supplies because you were planning on going on an adventure. So he has a satchel full of rations.
He's a survivalist.
This is your character?
Wilson?
Preparing ahead of time?
What?
Yeah. So yeah, he's just kind of sitting there petting Nichia, looking around.
Outside of the tree that we were in?
Yeah, he's just kind of sitting outside, waiting for you.
Both of them just kind of sitting there waiting, till snow comes out. And then...
What do you do when I'm gone? Wait for you to come back.
Straight up, that's what's happening. Okay. As you're there with them, do you speak with him any? You're still within the Oakenfather's residence.
So how did you meet the Leshie family tree? These things, these creatures, these little ones. I'm really bad at this.
It's been a long time. I don't really quite remember.
How old are you? That could be a really rude question now that I think about it, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Diplomacy. No. 18.
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Oh no, was I hitting on an old person?
You've hit on a lot of old people.
All right,
That's not the point.
All right.
He's as old as time itself.
Yeah, he's 18.
What? He's 18? He says that?
Yeah.
I'm older than you? That's so weird. God, I'm like older than everybody in my guild, except for the old people in the guild.
I do believe that's normally how age works. I guess I haven't been around that long, according to you, but I think I like to know how things work. But it's been a while since I've met the Leshies. It was when I was much younger.
Oh, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Oh, do tell.
You hear like little sparkles, and it's like flashback.
Yeah. You did that when you were a kid? That's great.
No, I didn't do that. He likes to do that. And you just see him like sprinkling some pollen in the air, and it makes little chimey sounds.
Oh, back when I was much younger and these old limbs.
Limbs, but get it? Because trees have limbs.
You're killing us.
Back when I was much younger and Anuk-Saruk was healthy, we used to travel the forests. All kinds of forests. Not just the one we're currently in, but it's a great network connecting to many different places. Beautiful, astounding. And on one of our benches, we found this little man cub in the woods, all alone to his lonesome.
Oh, you were a naked cub? I don't know where I got that from. I'm sorry.
I was clothed.
Okay.
But that's also besides the point. So continue, Oakenfather, I suppose. This is
So, we kind of cheered him up, as we do. Us Leshie are peaceful folk. We came around, we fed him some food, for he was rather hungry. He'd been out hunting for most of the day, but had unsuccessfully been able to scavenge for anything. So we shared some of our rations. And ever since, whenever we've seen the lad, we've taken care of him, and in our times of need, he's taken care of us.
That's so sweet. Wait, Den, where do you come from? Because, There's a castle up that one of those directions.
Not there.
Okay.
And he glares daggers into you.
Are you a villager in a nearby town?
No.
Are you from over the seas?
No.
Are you from the forest?
Yes, I am from the woods.
A hermit. Cool.
I suppose if that's the word you want to use, it's not completely inapt.
Listen, I'm trying. I'm a shy person, and this conversation is not going anywhere very, very quickly. I'm trying really hard. I want you to know.
I can tell.
Do you have anybody you like? Oh, yes, relationships. That's a great topic. Conversation starter.
And he kind of bends down. Well, there have always been the Leshies. And, I suppose some of the villages from where, near the woods aren't terrible.
Do tell.
Specifically the elders have always been nice. So, and the woodland creatures, they're pretty all right. Some of the elk get a little rambunctious. The forest giants are very kind as well.
Forest giants?
Oh, yes.
Oh, are those around Nuxaruk?
No, they're back where I come from.
So where do you come from, diplomacy?
Sure.
29.
You humans, you have names for many things, but...
I'm an elf, sir.
You people from societies, I suppose, with your words and your language, you have names for all these things. You know how to give directions, if you would. I only know from whence I came by what I've seen along the way. That's part of it's not always about the destination, it's about the journey. I could go back whenever I wish, like I know it from the back of my hand. I've come through the forest, over the ridge, and through Nuxaruk, traveled many a time, gone through the proper doors, and made my way over the mountains and through the forests to my home. I know it all.
So you came through Nuxaruk?
Yes.
And you're locked out?
Currently, it's rather troublesome, but there isn't much there that I care for.
Okay, I see.
I'm more nomadic, if anything.
That is some good information. Dan. Yeah. This night is just going to pass really awkwardly, I guarantee it.
Well, if you would at least assist me help changing Oakenfather's bandages.
You want me to roll heal?
Sure, roll a heal check.
Oh God, please don't
roll just 8 another.
Yeah.
He's doing it, don't worry, you're just assisting him.
Yeah. I hand him bandages. That is about all I can do. Because it was a 9.
So as you assist Dan, you see that the side of Oakenfather is wrapped in leafy bandages, which seem almost drenched in a dark and seeping black ooze. As the bandage is peeled away, it reveals a raised puncture wound, which is pussing, filled with the black ooze that is dripping all over. And from the wound there are these black veins which seem to be raised against his oaken skin.
Oh, yeah, no, that doesn't look good. Did you get stabbed, sir?
No. It was a... I don't even remember how it happened. It felt like barely just a prick of the skin, like a thorn. More of just an annoyance. I can't even remember when it happened exactly, but from then it started to ache and then searing, blazing pains until it started to grow bulbous, and then one day it ruptured. Ever since then, it's been almost as if it's draining the life out of me.
Oh.
And slowly but surely, it will probably course through all of his veins and through his entire body until his entire life force is drained away.
Can I try something, Den? I don't know if this would work, but I can try. I want to try and cast Remove Curse.
Sure.
So, 18.
You motion to put your hands over his body, and they glow a brilliant, healing yellow light, which is soft, and it seems as if it's trying to tug away at something, but it doesn't seem to grasp anything there, and it kind of just phases through.
I'm so sorry. I tried. It seemed like it might have worked if, I was just better at my job.
No, it's a natural ailment. It's nothing so sinister as a curse. It's just the way the forest works. The forest gives and it takes away, and thus is a cycle. But the Oakenfather has lived a good and hearty life.
That I have. And I have come to see many of my children grow up. Hopefully the next elder will be selected soon.
Well, how is the next elder selected? Or not elder, but the next Oakenfather selected? That's the title?
No. Oakenfather's my name.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just...
He's been Oakenfather since he was a day old.
No.
He was
Fleshies go through many names. We don't have one name, we have many. When I was first born, I was named Sproutling. When I was a young whippersnapper. But we grow into our names. Names are something earned, for they are powerful. Names are something we garner through our years. I was once strong and mighty like an oak tree, and a father to all of those in the village. And thus they dawned upon me, the wise and Oakenfather.
Okay. Well, how is the next leader chosen then?
Through their wisdom and their courage. Whoever is best fit to lead the people.
Huh. It's very nice.
Oh, but there are so few candidates nowadays. Wisdom is being lost, as well as knowledge. They're not quite as inquisitive as they once were. Sure, the basic necessities of the day-to-day life aren't a problem at all, but you need to be able to expect and prepare for the unexpected. Not to be caught off guard and unawares, and freeze in situations of dire circumstance. I feign to think what would happen to my people if I were not around in these trying times.
I mean, are there any current contenders?
Yes, a beauty. But I do not know if Floralise is right now.
Floralise? Okay. You don't know where she is?
No. Knowing her, she's energetic and inquisitive. She's probably still out past her curfew, running about the forest.
I mean, you need us to go find her?
No, nothing quite as sinister as that. She'll return in her own time, she always does. We don't recommend that the children tend to go out that far, but she's coming into her own and rather rebellious. But Floralise, she may be gone for a day or 2 or 3, but she can always take care of herself. That is why, for her cunning, her intellect, and her inquisitive nature, that I think, if anyone, though it may upset some of the older folk, that she would be the next great elder.
Okay, so Snow's kind of just taking that information in as she assists in handing the bandages.
Yep. So you hand him leaves, which seem basic. What the leaves are doing, as you can see, is they are attempting to soak out and pull the poison. The leaves are very absorptive, and they seem to be trying to pull out the poison, but it's still spreading faster than the leaves can take it out. All it's really doing is slowing the process. But you also see that Den is, he's got a mortar and pestle, and he's grinding up some remedies to ease his pain as well. Well, Snow, I suppose thank you for your assistance. It was appreciated to have another hand there. Maybe you all aren't as bad as first impressions may inquire. I jest. You're all fine. I'm just a little on edge sometimes. You never know who you can trust.
Yep. That's pretty ominous, and it's very true. Anyway, it's been a lot of walking today.
Yes, do. Try and get some rest. The Leshies should be making their rounds with your evening meal. And,
yeah.
I'm going to stay up a little bit later with the Oakenfather until I try and turn in for the evening too. Or we have a big venture out tomorrow.
All right, well, make sure you get some sleep because we don't need you being exhausted tomorrow and getting in our way.
Don't worry, I won't be the one slowing us down.
No, it wouldn't make sense to even make I mean, I could insight, but I don't know who he's referring to anyway.
Right.
Okay.
So you make your way out, and you see the same sight that all of them before you saw, with the bioluminescent lanterns hanging from the tops of the canopies with the flowers lighting the way. And then up to you, as you are exiting, rushes up a little lotus Leshy. And they pull on your little pants, say, meow, meow.
Oh my God, you're talking. Yes, hi.
Okay, well, we brought you a meal because we thought you might be hungry.
What? Like, your voice is so tiny. It's, like, impossible to understand. Let me come down to you.
Okay, thank you. So we brought you all a meal because we thought you might be a little hungry. And there's a little leaf. It's about the size of your hand, and there's an assortment of various different berries and fruits in there, and a few seeds and nuts as well.
Okay. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Please let us know if you need any more. I don't really know the proper portions, so we kind of just gathered a full day's rations for a family.
You said it was like a... Oh! I just realized what you said. You said it was about the size of my palm?
Yeah.
Oh, no, don't worry. This will be enough. I could survive on this without a problem.
Okay. Glad to hear. I hope you enjoy the meal.
The whole thing is gets dumped.
One swallow.
No. Actually, I do one at a time because I don't like my food mixing.
I am aware, yeah.
So it's like one piece at a time.
So you've got some picked sunflower seeds in there, as well as some wild tree nuts like walnuts and such. Some grapes, as well as some wild berries.
I eat all the nuts first.
Mm-hmm.
The grapes.
Mm-hmm.
Then followed by the berries and the other nuts.
Okay.
Specifically in that order. Yes.
And by the way, leshies have come around to all of you as well and handed you your evening meals.
I'm assuming we can all kind of just see each other through this spread because...
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, the entire village is only like... It's hard to get dimensions because trees aren't normally this big. Yeah, but so the tree's like 60 foot in diameter, but also like hundreds of feet tall.
How many Ugins could we fit around the tree?
At least one.
At least one. At least one. So they're about... Okay, so... The Oakenfather's tree is the largest tree there, but all of them are similar size, just a little bit smaller. But they seem to have multiple homes in each tree as well.
Okay.
But there are about maybe 24 trees in the village in total. So, I mean, 300-400 feet maybe wide is the entire span of the village.
All right. I'll go over.
Oh, hey, Snow.
Oh, hey, Wilson.
Me and Chi were kind of just chilling out here until you came back, so...
Oh, sorry it took so long.
No, it's fine. Did you gather anything from assisting Oakenfather?
Well, the only thing I really got, first off, is that Den is from the other side. And I don't mean like death.
Okay.
No.
I was about to be worried about that. Is he like a spirit or something? Like
like the portal.
Demon? Oh.
So wherever we end up going, it's probably going to be maybe to his place, probably.
We're going to have like a big sleepover or something at Den's place? Den's den.
I don't think that's a good idea for Zana. Beside the point, also I found out that there's another little leshy. You know what? Hang on. Hey guys, this is just a shout away. So hey guys,
Odd Guild, assemble.
Okay, Wilson, no, that's That's too much. They're not the Odd Guild. They're Dark Guild. Dork Guild.
Dork Guild. Dord.
That's like a really weird combination of it.
Arc. Assemble.
Yeah, Arc. Antithesis of rising
chaos.
With a K. Unless dark is spelled with a C. So
all of the humanoids that aren't the really angsty silver-haired man.
I am here.
Okay, so just as an update, there's this little leshy possible, potential next leader. Her name is Floralise. Keep an eye out for her. I don't know. But on another note, if we go through the portal, you might end up in Den's old house. That's just...
Don't sniff his stuff, Zana.
Well, not literally his house. I'm just saying, like, his area. His home.
Den's den.
The place where he dwells.
I got to make that joke twice now.
Up top.
Yeah. Someone got it second time.
Oh, God, y'all are gonna kill me. Okay. Anyway.
Never intentionally.
If there's anything else we all need to do it now. Otherwise, I'm gonna go sleep. My feet are killing me. I could use like a massage. That's not gonna happen for probably whenever we get out of this game. So
get on that. I mean, I feel like... Wait, yeah, I don't know that.
Huh?
I keep forgetting that I don't know that we're in a game.
For the number of times that we probably mentioned something about getting out of something.
Been like really alarming.
It should be alarming the fact that we keep mentioning getting out of this game.
Oh,
this
no,
world.
I'm pretty positive you're all just crazy.
There you go.
There you go. Now you have a response.
Freaky humanoids.
Anyway, like I said, I'm just gonna... I'm gonna...
Well, that too. Talking to myself can be difficult.
Ugwin, I go for a high five.
I toss Nugget.
Nugget, I choose you.
Do I catch it?
Roll
3 feet
dexterity?
of 1 pound meat
Roll a reflex. Oh, yeah, you catch him.
Does it mean float?
What? Why?
You're so cute.
You wanted a high nugget, right?
Is he on weed?
No, I told you, he's just crazy.
Oh, I like this. He is very cute.
He kind
You
of like
can't
nuzzles up to your
Have
face.
him.
He works as a star map.
I think he likes me.
You can't have him.
What?
Can't have him.
I'm not gonna keep him, but I am gonna give him kisses. Is Alistair getting jealous?
Your brain.
I'm your
is getting
subconscious. I don't get jealous of your weird animal fetishes.
It's not a. Shut up. Quack off.
You get too excited when you see them. What can I say?
The quackometer has gone up by 1.
I try to get back to Ugun. I was going for a high
Kind
five.
of just like hops out of your arms and then floats
Oh dang.
and kind of just walks because you float 5. You could what? How high? 5 inches.
He can fly.
He can fly. Okay, so he literally just like walks on air back to Ugwin and kind of like rests on his shoulder.
I was just gonna like give you a high five and silently nod to like show you that I appreciate you as a team member because you've seen off today. I mean, you were face planting in a bush of thorns. I'm like, I was trying not to be weird about it, but then you threw a quacking dinosaur at me. That's what happened.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, if Ugin did that, that would make, like, most little boys' dreams come true if they could just have dinosaurs thrown at them.
Well, it's not a pterosaur, so...
Not yet.
Pterosaurs are basically kind of like... They're a mix between a pterodactyl and a giraffe, and they're huge, and they're violent, and I love them.
What is wrong with you?
I like dinosaurs. Quack off.
2.
2 quacks.
I think it's 3.
I think that might have been the
Just
third. I think there was one earlier in the episode. Don't worry, Justin counts these for us.
Does he?
Yes.
Oh yeah, he has a
I
photoshopped
Justin.
image. He has a banner and everything that he adjusts depending on the episode whenever he has time.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, Justin.
I'm sorry, Justin.
We'll listen to
Justin.
this sometime next week.
Well, Snow goes, she lays down somewhere. Not on somebody's children or their houses. I'm just clarifying.
Just
Yeah, you're
crushed
good.
an entire
No, it's very
family.
obvious what is a structure because they are very much manufactured and made.
I just realized Ukun can make it look like he's about to fall in somebody's house, but just continue to float above them.
Just sleeps floating above someone's house. Just screaming children. Where is he gonna fall?
Bobbing up and down.
Yeah. He's gonna crush us. No, he's floating again. He's gonna crush us. No, he's floating again. How long is this gonna last?
Forever.
About 5 seconds.
So do you all just go ahead and sleep through the night?
The Chia massage my feet.
That's
Just little
and-
paws, just like
So Nachia like kind of just rubs his head, like his skull up against your feet.
That works. That works fine.
Well, Snow, if you want, I have a pumice stone.
Ew.
that's for like getting dead skin, right?
Right, but you could just like softly like rub it. Like not rub it, but like kind of like roll it out like a
Can
massager.
does Zana hear this?
Roll perception.
21.
Yes, you hear it. No,
You want all
no.
that
She was
dead
saying she
skin
needed a
on
foot
your
massage.
skin.
So I'm just like
Like, he
I
has it
used
for
to
a
do this for my
reason.
grandma. Like she
I
she
am
had
not your grandmother.
No, I'm just
Wilson.
saying.
That's disgusting.
I have experience
I think
in the field.
the other
Is it the same one you use on your grandma?
No. I had to buy a new one because you want your feet to be smooth.
I love my calluses. Leave them
Well,
alone.
no, but I mean,
They make me who I
you
am.
don't have to rub off the calluses, but you can at least massage the muscles in the feet.
No, never mind. I'll just do this myself. Chia, it's fine. I got
Do
this.
you need the stone?
No,
Are you sure?
I have hands.
I'm telling you, it works wonders.
No.
How many generations do you have to go up for it to not be weird? I mean, like, you become less and less related to them.
Sure. I mean, I used to do this for my mom too.
I'm so sorry.
Ew, Wilson. There are some things that we just like don't need to know.
All right, so
They were kind.
yeah. We're keeping the other lashies up. I feel bad. Go sleep, guys.
No, they're also talking. We just can't hear them. Hi.
Nichia, come. I'm going to use your body as like ear.
And he kind of like
No
curls,
noise.
he kind of like curls around your head and like
Yes.
tries to make a vacuum of a pillow to like
A
cover your
vacuum
ears.
of a pillow.
Yeah.
Yes, silence. I love it. Is that his stomach?
No. Have you ever laid on a dog's stomach as a pillow?
Ew.
That was
just
a really
fart?
that was a really good
That sounds
stomach
realistic.
sound.
Thanks.
Okay, you know what? This isn't working. All I can hear is the jingling of bells and somebody's stomach growling. I just want you all to know. Shut up, Karen! Snow's eyes are just like bloodshot red. She's like, ugh! Sleep is not coming.
Do you need my pillow?
Hey,
Do you need
am I
drugs?
still near them?
Yeah, you're near. You're like by a tree that's like 10 feet away.
I walk over to Snow. You having trouble sleeping?
It's the noise. The jingling.
Scroll asleep.
She has those.
Scroll
Roll a
asleep.
will save.
Instantly
Do you
knocked out.
choose to accept or
It's
deny?
a 3. She rolled a 3.
What's your total will?
10. No, she wouldn't accept that because she doesn't know what the heck she's putting on
I
her.
say sleep.
Sleep! Just shouts the spell.
Listen, you come at her with the spell and she's like, hush.
And you immediately are knocked out, unconscious.
Bam.
Anyone else, if you would care to roll a perception check?
I'm asleep.
14.
Zana, would you like to roll a perception check?
Sure. Oh, wow. 29.
So you see see Den as he's walking out of the Oaken Father's house, and he just like throws a rope up towards the tree canopy, and you can't even see where, but it apparently like loops around something and lands next to him, and he grabs both sides and he like propels himself. It's like a running start and like swings into the treetops.
I'm not going to say it out loud, but
she's thinking
God,
it.
that's hot.
How long is this rope? What?
The rope is like, it's like 100 feet
Like
of
a
rope
magic
at least.
rope?
Yeah.
Stop creating my ideal guy when I already have someone that I have invested in. Quinten GM.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you like men who swung from treetops and sleep in tops of canopies.
And you're also like
Tarzan?
pretentious
Have you
prick.
seen Tarzan?
I have seen Tarzan. Favorite movie as a child.
No.
So you all sleep for the evening. And then you wake up as the sun is rising and there are little tiny specks and rays of sunlight dotting through the trees. Though it's really hard to see because of the dense canopy and the dense foliage. But other than that, you are mostly aroused by
Den?
by the activity of all the leshies going about their daily business. Because a lot of your legs are kind of what?
Do we need to roll for how well we slept?
Sleeped. Roll for sleeped.
13.
7 for sleeped.
11 for sleep.
13.
13
For what?
Hey,
For
number
what?
buddies.
Slooped.
Slooping. She's slooping on the job, boys.
How long does that scroll of sleep last for?
Like 15 minutes.
Okay.
And then you
But
wake
after
up.
you were asleep,
Yeah.
you would have.
Okay.
Probably
been
just
in the-
kept sleeping.
Yeah.
11.
You slept well. Everyone slept pretty well. It's actually really comfortable. You're all a little hungry. Didn't really get your daily caloric intake yesterday.
I had this dream that Zana came at me with a piece of paper. I don't remember why, though. So
Origami.
weird. What? Origami.
Origami skills on point.
Maybe that is
Origami
what it
sorry.
was.
Yeah, weird. Hey, psst, Clyde.
Yeah.
You got some.
Some of them sweet rolls.
You got some sweet rolls.
I got some of them sweet rolls. And he just like passes you a bun.
Clyde,
Always got a bun in the oven.
you got the stuff.
Wait, what?
He's not male, guys.
At least he doesn't have buns in multiple ovens.
But it does have nice
Oh.
buns.
Who knows? Maybe he does.
That's a good point.
I could confirm I only use one oven. My favorite oven.
It's a portable oven. He carries it everywhere.
It is
Is
a
it-
portable
is
oven.
it an easy
It never leaves my side. It is pretty easy to bake, but it does not use a light bulb.
All right, we're just gonna move on from that conversation, as always.
So you all
Unscathed.
wake up and you get out of the roadways where leshies are trying to traverse as you're kind of impeding traffic right now.
I was about to say, in their
Oh,
little
hush it,
car.
Greg.
Yeah, they're little tiny leshy cars. And eventually you all kind of wake up, stand up, and kind of huddle around until up from the treetops, you see Den kind of like gliding down on a rope. And he kind of just lowers himself slowly.
I don't say it, but God, that's hot.
She's definitely thinking it.
Definitely thinking it. Wait,
Yes.
Alistair doesn't say anything, does he? No, he wouldn't say anything because I don't want to say anything.
You want to say something. You're trying
No.
to hold it back.
No.
Okay, he's good. He's good. He's on his good behavior
We
right
give
now.
each other a look.
I know it. You know it. We all know.
Snow continues to complain about her feet.
Snow.
If you really want to get the kinks out of those, you gotta use a pumice stone.
Hey guys, where's the pumice stone? I really need one, apparently.
Here, Wilson, give me that pumice stone.
Oh, yeah, here you go.
I yeet it.
Hey, that was his
say
grandmother.
yeet? Can she roll for how far it goes?
Do you say yeet?
I yeet it.
I clap.
Beautiful.
That
Great
was
form. Great form, Snow. Great form.
Thank you.
That was a
As a
family
waste.
heirloom. Come on.
I mean,
It's in the heirloom now.
it
Here.
has sentimental value to me.
Here's a
Snow.
gold piece,
Oh,
Wilson.
well, I can buy a better one now. Thanks.
No, never. It's fine now.
I need
Wilson,
a new one.
no,
It's the
you're
calluses
buying
on
me ice cream there.
it. Oh,
Boom.
sure, yeah, we can go out for ice
No more
cream
pumice
sometime.
stones, please.
yeah,
Do you
that's
have
fine.
ice cream, by the way?
I mean, I'm kind of running out right now.
But that means you have some.
He doesn't have Haku to carry
It
it with
means
right now.
out of food.
Yeah.
Out of food?
Well, I normally have ice cream, but the freezer's with a coup.
Do
Yeah.
you have anything to eat?
I've got some enough rations for everyone for a few days.
Do you have a pastry?
And he reaches into his pocket and hands you a croissant.
Yay.
Hey, Clyde, real quick.
Yeah.
Another sweet roll, pastry type thing.
Yeah,
right?
he's fine. Yeah,
I'm gonna find a leshy
sure.
and try to break off a piece and give it to it.
It's gonna die.
I eat a piece of the
Is
bread.
it gluten free?
No. I eat a piece of it to show it that it's okay to eat. No, try it.
And it like carefully, like you see it like a little wood tendril come out, and then it like splits into like 4 little fingers, and then it like
Oh,
kind of like reaches
That's
out
really
and grabs it,
creepy.
and then it like sucks it, and it tries to like.
Please tell me it's so fast at eating it just kind of disappears. Like almost like a frog.
Did you like it?
And it kind of like raises its hands in the air and it starts like pulling on your pant, like
Okay, wait,
trying to climb up to the rest
I
of the
want to
roll.
bribe. I want to bribe them too.
Well,
I start.
would not recommend feeding the wildlife. It's
I
not
do it
part of their
anyway.
natural diet. You
He
can
says
mess
that
up.
as I
start giving it
am
to the
already breaking
children.
off a piece. I'm literally already breaking off a
Yeah,
piece.
you
as
already
he's saying-
fed one, and he's glaring at you now.
Well, I'm sorry.
They
Zana-
cannot get it in the pot of their staple riddle.
I pick up a piece and I'm like, "Here, Den. Here, boy. Have some."
That sounds really demeaning.
Well, you said not to feed the wildlife.
You don't think that
Just
man's...
include myself in that then.
No, I was going to say,
Ah,
you don't think that man's wild?
so
She said it, not me.
Stop. He lives
you
in
were
the forest.
thinking it, bird.
all right.
We have the same brain.
Team,
Exactly.
I assume we are ready to head out.
Yeah, where are we going?
I take it.
The location.
Yeah?
In a direction.
Mm-hmm.
What
So,
direction is
which
that?
way is west?
Dardo butts. Roll out.
Never eat shredded wheat.
That way's north.
Are you sure?
Roll to make sure you put in the right direction.
Guidance. She gave me the guidance ring.
Yeah.
I know what direction north is.
You point in the... I'm just making sure
Yeah.
that you looked at your ring and
Yeah.
pointed at the correct direction.
That way's north.
Did you
That's not what I asked,
that
Snow.
way?
Never eat shredded wheat.
Never eat shredded wheat.
That way's north.
It's like some weird dance going on here.
It's
Oh,
beautiful.
you can't help but laugh. I mean, what good is knowing that gonna do you? We just need to head in that direction. And he kind of just points.
I trust.
Don't
No, stop. I
Nope.
will follow this man.
I trust
You
his
are
sense of direction.
Crazy.
See, Wilson,
All
you
right.
just gotta follow your
You
gut.
literally just met him yesterday.
Yeah, but he knows everything in this forest. As he's knowledgeable, okay? And
How do
Are,
you
if
think
you
that-
are just now figuring out that I am crazy, I don't think that I am the one with the vision problem.
It's because he's
Oh,
hot.
I mean, he's got one eye.
Damn
Stop it! No, wait, yeah, but no, stop. He is
Sexy.
attractive.
stop. I am making an effort for you, Clyde. Do you see all of this effort? I'm probably.
I appreciate it. You're doing good. You're holding in there.
I'm probably
You're being real
sweating.
strong.
So, Snow,
Yes,
do you just
Ubwin.
want to leave?
Yeah,
I
might as well
if you
go
wanted
with-
to round up whatever imbeciles are like capable of.
Don't
like,
worry, they'll follow
intelligence
after
and-
us if we
okay.
start moving.
I don't,
I-
yeah, and they'd probably get us tracked and killed with all the ruckus. But sure, let's just walk into the deadly forest. Everyone, follow me.
I will.
Yes,
follow
sir.
you.
And he walks out and starts parting the foliage from the Leshy village as you walk in back once more to the Queen's Forest.
Before that, I need to make sure that the leshy that was climbing on me is now not.
Climbing.
It is very much trying to go with you as it thinks you have more bread.
I
Throw
will
the
give
bread.
I'll
Throw
give
it.
No, I give it.
It's like what you do with geese. Throw it as far as you can and run in the opposite direction.
And it like makes like bread, like with it tries to make a bread symbol with its hand. It doesn't know, but it just
I'll take
like
a piece
puts its
of the
hand
bread.
and puts it in its mouth. Yeah.
Bread.
Charades
Where is
again.
it?
Yeah.
You want it? You want it?
And it waves its hand in the air.
Throw it.
And
I
it just
run.
runs.
Donna, you're terrible. That thing will never eat another thing again.
What? It doesn't need to eat. They photosynthesize.
Yeah, but it's gonna want to. You basically just gave that plushie drugs.
What? It's a mix. Okay, do you know what a pastry is? A pastry is a mix between flour, sugar, and other natural elements.
Did you see the weed grows in the ground.
Good for the weeds. Oh, wait.
Good for weed, you know?
Weed eater.
Quite a few drugs are natural.
What is wrong with us? We are, so Snow's completely trailing behind.
Yeah, no,
Den.
you guys make your way, and within about 2 hours, you notice a stark difference. The trees are becoming a lot more sparse, and a lot of them have toppled or fallen over, and their bark looks sickly and ill. This is what's been going on with the forests. It only gets worse from here. And you walk deeper and deeper until you reach an almost 1 or 2 mile area where it's just completely barren with gray, wilted, dying grass and no trees to be seen of. And here is where it begins. At the center of this, you will find the hangman tree.
You're not coming with us?
No, I will. I'm just saying, when we get there, you'll know it. This was once the sprawling and most luscious part of the forest. And as you can see, it's very much not that anymore. The tree's trying to reach out its tendrils because the nature once learned that it was deadly and started actively avoiding it, so it's grown out its grasp to an immeasurable reach. Eventually, it will consume the entire forest, including the Leshy village, which we just came from.
Dang, hungry boy.
It's immeasurable.
Well, we can't let that happen. That would encroach on the queen's territory as well.
Who cares about the queen? What about all the adorable little lushies? They're gonna die.
I'll have you know the queen is also adorable. She's just kind of hot. She has white hair,
There's a
as I am
difference
told.
between like what?
It's
What is
a
with
thing.
your obsession?
It's her and white hair.
white hair?
Yeah.
It's
Her weakness.
she calls it dangerous.
You know what? That should be my nickname. Dangerously stupid.
It's a terrible
but also
nickname.
dangerously cool.
Whichever one
Clyde.
you feel better with.
You're in this.
Yeah. That's mine.
This is what you have
I've
to look
accepted
forward
these
to.
facts. Yeah, every day.
Good on you.
Thanks.
Den. It's
The
their
heat awakening.
Quiet.
Den.
What part of quiet do you not understand?
The
Donna.
Shh. The
Your idle chit-chatter was fine for now. We're almost there. And he points. And you see, over the ridge of the hill you're coming over, all the wilted grass, in the center of this barren wasteland, there is a massive tree. One that dwarfs the Oakenfather's tree. This tree is utterly enormous, reaching almost to the sky where the clouds are. And you see these great, overbearing limbs. And everyone roll a perception check for me.
Anybody got an axe? Oh, 25.
17.
27.
18.
You're all able to make out, some of you able to distinguish it better than others, but from each of the branches, there seems to be a corpse,
Oh, yo.
as if the tree itself is feasting on the life of the animals and creatures that roam the forest.
Yo.
Low-hanging fruit.
No. All right, that's probably why it's called the hangman tree. Just so you know.
Sorry.
Zana, control your hiccups.
I get hiccups sometimes.
We haven't quite stepped into the perimeter of it yet, but it was more of just a warning.
Oh, okay.
As soon as we do,
Oakland goes
also I was just
first.
tired of your conversation. As soon as we step in, it has tremor sense. It will know once we are in its territory almost immediately.
That's why we have Oakland go first.
The guy who hovers.
Yeah, he can fly.
That would work.
I mean, you
Surprise.
could cast fly on everybody here for the most part. You didn't take it,
But
did
I'm
you?
just warning you.
No.
The creatures you see up there,
Mm-hmm.
they are no longer their own. They have been taken over.
Yeah,
I
we
thought they
kinda
were
figured
dead.
that out.
Kind of like that, tree took over that little leshy body in the forest that you picked up?
Sort of, but a lot more animate and a lot more violent.
Oh, so this is like the mama tree?
So this tree, well...
Would it be the papa tree?
The papa tree. Where's the mama tree?
In essence, this tree will be controlling all of those corpses, and it will use them as its pawns to fight. Other than that, it will attack us with its limbs.
So like, what if we just got a torch, Ugin flies over, boom, burn the tree?
I mean, I could just light fireball, I guess.
Yeah, you could shoot a fireball at it.
Fire would be effective, but once you attack it, it will be enraged. It will come solely after you.
Let's make him do it.
I can cast sleep.
Will that work on a tree?
I make sure I'm still life linked with everybody.
Okay, good. Yeah.
We're all gonna die.
No, I'm gonna die.
No, I'm gonna die.
I'll just strike you with lightning.
Guys, our whole goal is to survive. No dying allowed.
Yeah, I kind of like the not dying portion of the plan.
I mean, Snow, if that was the plan, we should have just stayed at home.
I'm virtually immortal, but I'm going to die.
For someone who doesn't like dying, Clyde, you sure do it a lot.
I haven't died yet. I've been mostly dead.
Yeah,
We've kept you alive, Clyde.
Exactly. And hey, I've been more useful as of late. Most useful, actually. I'd say I'm an MVP.
I know. You're a good boy.
Yeah, that's
Love
what I
you.
thought.
You're a walking sack of food.
Actually.
Exactly.
You are my
Wilson's the
favorite
MVP.
I mean, kind of, but
Yeah,
we'll
Wilson
be fine. It's just, I mean, I don't have Angus, so I'm not really like doubling.
Angus beef, you say?
Okay, so plans? You need to get him a steed at some point.
Alright, I'll just summon the horse. For him specifically, so it won't disappear.
That and I would use fire.
Is there enough space?
There's plenty of space. You are in a completely open area.
Phantom steed.
Wait, and Clyde, didn't you get that special weapon, that rune weapon that did
Fire sword?
Fire sword.
Well, I mean, it does other things besides fire too. It's kind of luck-based, actually.
And how lucky are you, punk?
I don't use swords. Does anyone want it? Anyone want Rune
You
Breaker?
do not use swords. Would that help?
Is it a magic sword?
Is
very
it a
magic.
I want it.
You are not proficient with it.
Two-handed sword?
I'm an elf.
Oh, it's not
I'm
elvish.
proficient with...
Elvish weapon.
Elvish weapons. That's what being an elf does for you.
What kind of sword?
Magic, long sword, two-handed weapon.
No, no.
I might be able to.
What, would
Maybe,
it be better
Like you
than using your
need
rapier?
another sword.
It's a two-handed weapon.
None
None of it. I mean, Gallahan could use it if he was here.
That's useful.
We're still. Oh yeah, Galahad.
Well, he's
back at the.
Is he
Not there yet.
waiting for us?
He will be.
Right, he's the one that doesn't like undead, right?
Wait. Den, you
Yes.
said this tree was like a portal before, right?
Yes.
What
Yes.
happens when we destroy it?
Wait, where does it
We're
lead
not-
to now?
Hopefully going to destroy it. We just need to get it to a weakened state so it won't struggle.
And capture it?
No, hopefully we'll be able to cure it.
With what?
A Pokeball.
Could she
A
like...
heal ball.
I have an ancient remedy given to me by a healing man from one of the nearby villages.
How are you sure it's gonna work?
Do you just
I'm not.
conveniently have a cure?
No, I don't conveniently have it. It was painstakingly gotten, first off. Secondly, I don't know it will work.
Uh-huh.
But
Well-
it's our best shot.
What's to say that whatever got this to this state, whatever got the tree to this state, isn't gonna do it again right away?
Well, there is nothing that says that won't happen.
There's no guarantee that it won't happen again, but I can't just leave the tree in this state that it is in.
Fair enough.
Understood.
If I can cure it, I can hopefully figure out what caused it to be this way after conversing with it, and figure out what I can do to stop it again.
You can talk to it?
Clyde,
Yeah.
I have one exploding arrow. I can trade you for that temporarily.
For what? Do you want to use the sword? Isn't your rapier better for you, though? Like you said, it's luck-based. It's like a 1 in 4 chance of it actually doing fire damage unless
That's
you're actually
true.
good with it.
Wow.
You trained with the magic flaming sword that can also do fire, ice, electric, and
Well,
acid
anyway, take
damage.
this exploding arrow.
Sure. Fine.
You know what? Take the rest of my unbreaking bleeding arrows. I'm not using my bow
I
anymore
don't know
anyway.
if trees bleed.
We'll take it for later. He gets 5 of them.
Fine. Well, yeah, he takes them. All right. And with that, you all gazing over the rigid hill of the barren wasteland, overlooking the hangman tree, you see your new foe in front of you. And that is where we're going to be ending it for this episode.
So thanks everybody for joining us for season 2, episode 19 of Sword Art Online Odd. Hope you all enjoyed.
Yeah, thank you guys. And also, if you enjoyed the episode and you've been enjoying the podcast, consider leaving us a review on iTunes, Podchaser, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, consider joining us on our Discord, where we hang out, chill, and do a myriad of other things, including talk about the podcast and stuff.
And
like, seriously.
Just, not talk about the podcast.
I send memes sometimes.
She sends memes sometimes.
Sometimes.
But everyone else is pretty active. We're almost there every night.
Yeah.
Doing whatnot. Feel free to jump in and talk with us. It might be a little awkward because we don't know you, but we're always welcoming to guests.
We can always just pretend we know you too.
That's true. If that would make you feel better, make us feel better. We can pretend that we've known you since forever.
So. Don't worry.
Right, you're our
Zana's
best friend
really
now.
good at pretending. Just ask Clyde.
And... oh, Lord. And last but not least, if you want to support us in other ways, you can always go to our Patreon and donate $1 a month. And that way you can get access to early episode releases and Patreon giveaways.
And special hidden content, which may be coming up in the future.
Yes.
Alluding to something.
Not alluding to anything at all. It's a secret. What? What? All right. So again, thank you guys so much for listening. Share this with your friends, your grandma, your cat, your dog, the mice that are living in your attic.
Oh, we have those.
Demon under your
You're
bed.
the measest.
Yeah. And I hope to see you guys listen. Have you guys listen? Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, thanks
Have
for
you guys
everyone
listen?
listening.
Yeah, next week.
On Sword Art Online. Bye, guys.
Toodles.